Stop chasing. Let millions come to you effortlessly. You have been taught to chase, to struggle, to hustle and grind, to beg the world for your desires. But I tell you now, this is the illusion, the great deception that keeps you forever distant from your true power. Your millions, your success, your fulfillment, they are not out there, caught up in the chaos of struggle. They are within you, waiting, already yours. If only you would stop chasing and begin to embody the state of the fulfilled. It is the law of your being that whatever you assume to be true becomes your reality. Your external world cannot contradict your inner world. The world you see is a mirror of your imagination. And if you are chasing, grasping, straining, it is because inside, in the secret chambers of your heart and mind, you do not believe your millions are already yours. Neville taught us to stop running after the shadow and start living in the reality of the fulfilled wish. When you chase, you betray your faith in the power of your own imagining. You say with your actions, I do not have it yet. I want it, and I do not have it. And the world, that silent mirror, responds exactly to your state of consciousness. But what if you dared to do the impossible? What if you ceased your chasing, your frantic grasping, and instead settled into the feeling of already having what you desire? When you do this, millions stop fleeing from you. They rush in, they flow effortlessly, because you have become a magnet, a lodestone, a beacon of abundance. How do you do this? How do you stop chasing and let millions come to you effortlessly? You must become the state of the fulfilled. Not tomorrow, not when it seems convenient now. Close your eyes and see yourself living the life of the millionaire you want to be. Feel it vividly. Feel the weight of the money in your hand, the excitement in your chest, the peace of mind that abundance brings. Do not think of the steps you must take, the hours you must work, or the obstacles you must overcome. These belong to the world of chasing. Instead, dwell in the feeling of having arrived. Neville said that imagination is the gateway to the divine. It is the place where your future is born. By imagining yourself as already wealthy, you plant the seed of your new reality in the fertile ground of your consciousness. This seed grows into a tree that cannot be ignored by the world around you. You see, the secret is not in external action, but in internal assumption. Your actions can be clumsy, tentative, even contradictory. But if your inner world remains faithful to the assumption of your fulfilled desire, your external world will eventually align. This alignment appears as miracles, as effortless streams of income, as millions arriving at your door without strain. The struggle to chase is born of doubt. Doubt is the poison that kills your desire before it can manifest. Doubt says, I do not have enough. I am not worthy. It is too hard. These thoughts create a frequency that repels your desires, pushing them farther away. But faith, pure, unshakable faith, is the magnet that draws your millions to you. Faith is not blind hope. It is the vivid, living realization in your imagination that you already have what you want. Faith is the quiet, knowing that the unseen is more real than the seen. When you embody this faith, you relax. You no longer fight against the flow of life. You trust that the universe, or God within you, is orchestrating your millions to come to you perfectly and effortlessly. You stop chasing because you know the chase is unnecessary. Your desire is already fulfilled in the invisible. Many ask, but how will the millions come if I do nothing? To this, Neville answers, you do much by doing nothing. The doing is in the inner world. The nothing is in the outer world. You do not force, struggle, or plead. You do not hustle or bargain with fate. You imagine, you feel, you assume. This is the secret labor that births miracles. Think of it as planting a seed in the earth. You do not chase the seed after you plant it. You water it with faith and imagine the tree it will become. Then you wait, not anxiously but confidently, knowing the tree is growing unseen beneath the soil. The moment it breaks through the earth is the moment your millions appear effortlessly. You have a divine right to this abundance. You are not meant to chase. You are meant to receive. But receiving begins within. It begins with a shift in your consciousness from lack to plenty, from striving to ease, from wanting to having. Ask yourself, how do you act when you already have millions? Do you stress? Do you scramble? No. You carry yourself with the calm confidence of a person who knows the universe is their servant. You give, you enjoy, you relax. This relaxed state vibrates out into the world and attracts exactly what you need. Do not waste your power chasing what is already yours. Instead, invest your energy in the inner feeling of the fulfilled wish. Repeat to yourself, I am wealthy now. Millions flow to me effortlessly. Say it until your mind and heart believe it without question. When you say it and feel it deeply, you change the frequency of your being. You broadcast the signal of abundance to the universe, which responds in kind. Opportunities, ideas, people, and money appear as natural consequences. You may wonder, but what about action? Yes, action is necessary, but it must come from your inspired state, not from desperation. Inspired action flows naturally from the feeling of already having. It is effortless, joyful, and effective. Desperate action is forced, stressful, and often fruitless. So cultivate the inner world first. Build your imagination as a sanctuary where you live as a millionaire now. This is your sacred task. When you are secure in this inner state, your external world will reflect it. You will stop chasing. The millions will come to you. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. The only thing that stands between you and effortless millions is your assumption of lack. Change this assumption now. See yourself in your mind's eye as wealthy, abundant, free. Feel the sensations, the emotions, the certainty of your fulfilled desire. Do this daily until it becomes your natural state. Then watch the magic unfold. The universe loves a confident creator. It loves a person who knows their own power and does not beg or chase. Such a person is irresistible. Their millions flow like rivers to the sea. Stop chasing. Assume. Receive. Your millions are already yours. Now, live as if. To truly embody the state where millions come to you effortlessly, you must first understand the nature of your own consciousness. Consciousness is the only reality. The outer world, with its seeming solidity and permanence, is but a reflection of the inner state you maintain. When you chase money, when you pursue wealth with desperation and anxiety, you reveal to the universe that you are a person of lack, not abundance. And so, the world must conform to your inner dialogue. The great Neville taught that imagination is God. Your imagining shapes your world. Imagine yourself now, rich beyond measure, not in the future, not someday, but now. Feel the sensations of that life. What does it feel like to open your bank account and see the numbers you have only dreamed of? What does it feel like to walk with a lightness in your step, knowing money is no obstacle but your willing servant? This feeling, this vivid emotion is the key. You must go beyond mere wishful thinking. You must live in the end of your desire. What does that mean? It means you must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must feel it as if it is already done. This is the secret alchemy. When you live in the end, your mind ceases its struggle and your body relaxes into a state of expectancy and peace. Many are trapped in the outer world of doing, working harder, chasing opportunities, battling against circumstances, because they refuse to accept the reality of the inner world. They do not know that all effort is wasted if the assumption inside remains one of poverty or lack. The outer world will always mirror your inner assumptions, no matter how frantically you try to force a different outcome. Stop struggling against what seems real. Stop chasing what feels out of reach. Instead, enter the silent place of your imagination. There, create your scene. A scene that implies you have already received your millions. Perhaps you see yourself signing a check for a large sum, or perhaps you see a letter confirming your abundance. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the ease in that scene. Return to this scene often. Make it your nightly ritual before sleep, your morning meditation, your quiet refuge during the day. This is not fantasy, but spiritual law. The universe accepts your assumption as fact. When you persist in this assumption, the outer world must obey. Do not confuse persistence with stubbornness or forced effort. Persistence here means faithful continuation in your inner state. You must believe and feel your fulfilled desire, until no doubt remains. When you reach this state, you will know it by your calm assurance, your peace of mind, your unwavering confidence. The world will notice this change in you. You will walk differently, speak differently, act differently. This change in your being sends out a powerful vibration that attracts wealth effortlessly. Like a magnet, you draw your millions to you without chasing, without struggle. It is important to understand that your imagination is not a toy or a passive daydream. It is the divine creative force within you. It is God working through you to manifest your desires. When you imagine with feeling, you are partnering with the divine to bring forth your abundance. If you ever find yourself doubting, return to the feeling. Feel the joy of having what you want. Do not question how or when it will come. That is the universe's concern, not yours. Your job is simply to remain in the state of the fulfilled wish. You might ask, how can millions come to me if I do nothing? You are never doing nothing. You are doing the most important work, changing your consciousness. This inner work creates a ripple that turns into a wave that carries your millions to you effortlessly. Many spend their lives exhausted from chasing, only to find they have little to show for it. They have drained their energy in the outer world, ignoring the infinite power of their imagination. But you now understand the secret. You understand that the source of all wealth is your inner world. The moment you grasp this truth fully, your life changes. You are no longer a beggar at the door of the universe. You are a king or queen seated on the throne of your imagination. And from this throne you decree your abundance. The world cannot deny your command. Remember, your assumptions create your reality. If you assume lack, lack appears. If you assume abundance, abundance manifests. It is as simple and as profound as that. So stop chasing. Stop grasping at shadows. Rest in the reality of your fulfilled desire. This is the power of the law of assumption. The power Neville revealed to us. It is the power of God within you. You have already done the hardest part. You have desired. Now complete the process by assuming you already have. Become that person who has millions flowing effortlessly. Live, breathe, feel that state. From that place, watch as the universe conspires to bring your millions to your doorstep. You will receive offers, opportunities, ideas, and resources, as if by magic. This magic is your own imagination made manifest. Never forget, your outer world is the echo of your inner world. Change your inner world and the outer world must change. Let millions come to you effortlessly by becoming the consciousness of wealth now. Your millions are waiting. They are eager to come, but you must be ready. Ready means you have stopped chasing and started living as if you already have. In this state of effortless receiving, you will find peace, joy, and freedom. Money will no longer be a source of stress but a natural flow. You will act with grace and ease, no longer burdened by lack or fear. Stay in this state. Protect it. Nurture it. Feed it with your imagination and feeling. This is the fertile soil from which your millions grow. And as you do, remember, you are not separate from your desire. You are one with it. It is not something to chase, it is your natural state. So embrace this truth. Live it. Let go of the chase. And watch how your life transforms. Your millions come to you effortlessly, because you have become the living embodiment of abundance itself. Keep this in your heart always, and your life will never be the same again. When you understand that your inner state governs your outer world, you realize that chasing is a symptom of disconnection from yourself, from your creative power, from the infinite source within. This chasing creates resistance, like a river trying to flow upstream. Resistance depletes your energy and delays your manifestation. But when you release the chase, when you surrender to the feeling of already having, you become like a calm lake, still, clear, and reflective. In this stillness, your true power awakens. You may ask, but how can I stop chasing when the world seems to demand effort and struggle? The answer lies in understanding what true effort is. True effort is the effort of the imagination, the effort of feeling and assuming your fulfilled desire. This is not physical strain but spiritual labor, a joyful, creative act of faith. You must work tirelessly in your mind, persistently living in the end, until your outer world yields. Do not be deceived by appearances. The world will often seem chaotic and harsh to those who chase. Opportunities may appear scarce, and the path may look steep. But this is only because your outer senses perceive the reflection of your inner assumptions. Change your assumptions, and the outer will change like a stage set, rearranged by a master playwright. Consider this: millions have come to others effortlessly, not because they worked harder, but because they imagined better. They believed in their invisible wealth with unwavering faith. Their imagination was a furnace burning with desire, yet cooled with peace. They acted from a place of inspiration, not desperation. This is the secret you are being invited to claim. If you have tried chasing and failed, do not despair. This failure is a blessing in disguise, a teacher showing you that external effort alone cannot manifest your millions. It is a sign to turn inward, to cultivate your imagination as the fertile ground for abundance. Visualize now you are surrounded by piles of money, checks arriving in the mail, digital deposits appearing on your phone. You are calm, serene, joyful. This scene is not a fantasy, but a spiritual fact awaiting your recognition. It is the blueprint of your future. Repeat this scene daily. Walk through it in your imagination with feeling and conviction. When you feel the richness of that scene, your subconscious mind accepts it as reality and begins to work toward its fulfillment. Your millions are drawn like moths to the flame of your unwavering assumption. Do not be discouraged if the physical proof does not appear immediately. Time and space are illusions that bend to the will of your consciousness. Your only task is to remain faithful to the assumption until the outer world confirms it. This confirmation will come when you least expect it, often through channels you never imagined. You may receive an unexpected check, a lucrative offer, a sudden idea, or a meeting with someone who opens doors. These are the universe's ways of delivering your millions once you have become a vibrational match. Beware of doubt and impatience. They are thieves that steal your power and delay your manifestation. When doubt creeps in, gently but firmly return to your scene. When impatience arises, remind yourself that your millions are already yours in the invisible and timing is but a servant to your faith. You might wonder about practical steps. Yes, practical steps exist, but they flow naturally from your inner state. When you are settled in the assumption of wealth, inspired action becomes effortless and effective. You do not force, you follow. You do not push, you pull. Your inspired actions align with your inner state, and the universe supports them with uncanny precision. Do not mistake frantic busyness for inspired action. The former comes from fear and lack, the latter from peace and abundance. Become a master of your inner world, and your outer world will become a mirror of ease and plenty. You are not separate from the flow of abundance. You are its source. When you stop chasing, you open the channel for millions to flow to you as naturally as breath fills your lungs. Chasing is resistance. Letting go is surrender. And surrender is the gateway to miracles. Think often on this truth. The world is but a reflection of your inner assumptions. Change your assumptions, and you change the world. To stop chasing is to affirm your sovereignty over your reality. It is to say, I am the creator of my wealth. I do not chase, I attract. I do not struggle, I receive. Practice this daily. Feel the peace of having arrived. Embody the millionaire you desire to be. Feel the power of millions flowing effortlessly into your life. Let this feeling saturate your being until it becomes your nature. As you do this, the universe will respond. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, receiving the right offers. Your millions will come, not as a distant dream but as a living reality. The moment you stop chasing is the moment you begin to receive. This is the law. This is the truth. Neville Goddard gave us. Your imagination is the divine forge, where your millions are crafted. Hold fast to this knowledge. Let it guide you. You have within you the power to stop chasing, and let millions come to you effortlessly. Claim this power. Live it, breathe it, become it. Your journey from chasing to effortless receiving begins now in this very moment. Allow your imagination to sweep you into the reality where millions are yours, not someday but now. Let go of the chase, for your millions are coming. Trust this process. Trust yourself. Your abundance is certain. You are worthy. You are ready. Live in the end. Let millions flow to you effortlessly, and so it is. Remember this truth above all else. When you stop chasing and begin to embody the state of already having, you unlock the infinite power within you. The power to draw millions effortlessly into your life. The struggle, the stress, the endless pursuit. They are illusions born from a mistaken belief in lack. Replace that belief with unwavering faith in your own creative consciousness. Assume the feeling of abundance now, live it fully, and watch as the universe rearranges itself to mirror your new reality. Your millions are not a distant dream. They are your divine right flowing to you with grace and ease, because you have chosen to stop chasing and start receiving. Step into this truth boldly, and nothing can hold you back. The riches of the world are yours, not through struggle, but through the effortless power of your imagination made real. So rise, claim your abundance, and let the millions come to you naturally, as they were always meant to.